Good afternoon, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. Well, it's still Christmas Eve, and I began to feel something different today, and now I'm trying not to cry now because, it's been going on. What I'm experiencing now has been going on for a couple of hours. The increase in the crown pressure that I spoke about already early this morning in my earlier video that I posted about some of the symptoms and our beliefs. So it has increased, not to the, it's kind of aggravating. You know how it is. You almost feel as if you have a headache. You're kind of dizzy, and it is making me a little nauseous. And I'm getting a confirmation from my angels and guides that everything's going to be okay. You know, I used to hate living. I used to hate waking up. I used to hate every single thing about my life. Responsibilities. Things I couldn't do. Things I wanted to do but never could. Using a walker, not driving. The pain. The depression. The sadness, not feeling loved, appreciated, not knowing what I was supposed to do, not feeling like a mom, not feeling like a wife, not feeling like a human being. I am far from those thoughts and emotions. Far. And I feel very, very grateful for it. So we have moved out of the moon in Aries. Now, regardless if Aries is your born sign, these still affect you. So it's kind of good to learn about every single sign and what it kind of pertains to. If you don't know what Moon in Aries is, go back to my other videos. I made a video already in regards to it. I haven't gotten through the entire 12 horoscopes, and I need to work on that for you all. And so today begins the moon in Taurus. Now, this is significant for myself because I am a born Taurus. But this also still affects you. Within the eye of the bull is the sacred eye of Aldebaran. I've already made a video about this as well. But the bull itself has, throughout time, been a sacred animal. Zeus himself transformed himself into a white bull so that he could mate and produce. So Aries already was of the higher mind here that we just went out of. We had 3 days within Aries. So if you were experiencing some sort of crown pressure association with that, this also will include the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, all of those upgrades taking place within those, so which also means your hormones, just like I put in the description of today's earlier video, or depending on when I upload this, the earlier video posted on December 24th. And so again, we have the bull, who is still a representation of the higher mind, being sacred, Now, I'm going to kind of elaborate a little further about my video I posted March the 23rd about matter into spirit. When we think in terms of Adam and Eve, Adam is of the brain, of the higher mind. Eve is of our sexual region. She is a representation, if you look at in terms of religion, sin, because she caused the fall by eating the sacred apple. But she is the representation of the womb. So when we have this Adam, the brain, receiving its vital fluids, the seed is being secreted every month. Like today, I am expelling more of my seed, my inner essence, the Christ seed, that Adam, A-T-O-M, as well as A-D-A-M. Every month that seed will come out of the brain, go down your spinal column, which represents the tree of life, or the chimney that the Santos, Colostrum, Santa Claus, climbs down the chimney to give you your presents, where it germinates, eventually makes its way up into the solar plexus, into the manger, and creates birth. So this cycle is a lengthy cycle. It doesn't happen overnight. And is a everyday kind of a thing. Every time the moon moves, every time the planets move and realign, every time it's within a different sign, your sign, others, there's a change within that seed. Every time you are learning your lessons, every time that you are learning to embrace more love, healing yourself, being more giving of yourself and others, you're allowing this seed and essence to, again, travel down your spinal column, rise back up eventually. It is allowing the trunk of your tree to sprout into the branches of the tree, into the leaves of the tree, and construct a beautiful Christmas tree. When your Christmas tree has been watered to the point that now you can sell this Christmas tree at the right time, the people are going to take this Christmas tree home, and what are they going to do? They are going to ornaments, place those ornaments on them, place the lights on them, and eventually, when completed, put the star up. Everything that we are actually doing here throughout this holiday season, the Christmas tree, decorating, Santa Claus, is something that is witnessed completely from within. Yet, man has, whether or not an individual, when they were receiving this divine information a long time ago and created this idea, was actually going through it, or was given information and misinterpreted it and created a materialistic idea, I don't know. But what we are going through is truly magnificent. And as I came upstairs to kind of settle my brain, my head pressure a little bit, and see what is God telling me here, I shut my eyes as quickly as I shut them, and the Star of David appeared. The Merkaba appeared in my center vision. And it's ironic. I'm syncing up. I decided to come up here again and put some music in my ears to kind of calm things down a little bit. And of course I choose a video here, a frequency, that I'm staring at the Merkaba, the Star of David. You know, in going to the I forget. Oh, synchronicities. I've been meaning to kind of talk about this. I actually got away from seeing a lot of synchronicities. In the early on processes, I began, yes, seeing things. Of course, mine began with feathers. And a memory of my feathers is coming to me now, of the feathers that God placed on my car. I have a photo in a video, in one of my videos here on YouTube. If you want to go check it out and see how beautiful and glorious it is, magnificent. It was truly a miracle that I received that completely changed my outlook and showed me that yes, there is God. There are angels. So feathers were my thing. And I had always, as I began moving forward and trusting in my path and having complete faith and embodying more love, feathers appeared everywhere. Every time that I was uncertain about myself, or every time that I was really feeling intense love, a confirmation either way was there for me. Exactly when I needed it. One time I was coming out of the store and a feather came falling down in front of my path. And that really touched my heart as well. And of course, numbers, symbols, in our reality, you know, going to the grocery store, on the highway, seeing highway signs, whatever it is. Symbols were everywhere in the early on processes for me. And I loved experiencing those synchronicities. It was the way that I also kept myself in check. But for the past 6 months here, the last 6 months, I've kind of fallen from seeing or even receiving. And I mean like on a continued basis, because before it was like clockwork. I would get information, I would get signs from the universe, some way, shape, or form. But then they stopped. And I want to explain to you why. When you get to a certain level, when you get to trusting every single thing that you are experiencing, having faith in your path, loving yourself like God truly loves you, like this universe truly loves you, you don't receive them until you need them again. And it's because you know. When we are going through our early process, our early stages, we need reassurance. And the universe knows. Our soul family knows you need some guidance to keep you moving forward. And that's why we receive them. And so if you get to a point where they begin to stop, don't fuss about it. It's because you've grown. And you're ready for a different type of knowledge now. So, I'm getting a confirmation from the angels that what I am saying and expressing has truth and love behind it. So we all know what the Merkaba stands for. That we are in alignment with our higher selves. That we have united both masculine and feminine energies within, that we have higher states of consciousness existing within us, that we have upgraded ourselves to receive our light body, which means our 12-strand DNA is activating and evolving, that we have reached higher states of consciousness in 12 dimensions, or higher even still. Just because I mentioned 12 dimensions in some of my videos, and especially like 1221, it doesn't mean we are not tapping into higher frequencies. Beyond that, it's just we have to at least make it to the 12th dimension in order to get through to the our central sun. So with this Merkaba, and where we currently are in alignment with light body, the central sun, is 0 point energy, we are also in connection with Mother Gaia. As there is a 12 above us, there is a reflection below, which is the 12 and 21 reflected. Okay? But it's still 12 and 12 if you are looking with your, if you are observing from within. If you are seeing your reflection, it is reversed. So it is, imagine now, what is actually taking place is that our Star of David, Star of Bethlehem, you know, this is why it's so beautiful. Everything that we are going through within this reality, Christmas, the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, witnessing the Star of Bethlehem, united here with the two planets, and then you syncing up as well. It's truly a miracle. So the Star of David, your Merkaba, that star is way up above us, and it's actually coming down. Your Merkaba is coming down from the heavens, the universe, into your crown. And you can envision this Merkaba rotating and spinning within the center of your brain. Visualize it kind of going into your throat, down into your thymus, making its way into your heart, all the way down into your solar, sacral, and root, coming down further to your legs, your feet, into the center of the earth. We have hooked up. We are in alignment. And we are of service. So this is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.